Hello and welcome to the Penfriends podcast. My name is Caitlin.
And I'm Becca.
Hey guys, it's been a while since we've done this. Welcome back. How you doing, Becca? I mean, we just talked about how you're not doing so well, but in the podcast world, how are you doing?
I'm really doing okay,
Yeah,
honestly. I'm happy that we're recording
me
again,
too.
and I only have 10 days with the kids until Christmas break. So,
Yeah, how long's your Christmas break?
mm, it's like
Must be a few weeks.
December 22nd through January 3rd. But
Oh,
we
okay.
don't have kids. Our last day with kids is the 19th, so then I work 2 days without kids, or a day and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you do in that time?
I don't know. I think one of the days is probably going to be training, and then I'm hoping that I'm I personally am hoping that the full day is going to be just a day to do stuff, and that the half day
Yeah.
will be training, but that's never how it works out. I'm probably the only one that hopes that, but 'cause my classroom is like an absolute wreck. It was funny actually, 'cause I got a lot done this weekend, so I posted on Facebook that like I got a ton of stuff done, and why can't my classroom be as organized as my
Yeah, I saw
my
that.
house at home? My house at home? What am I even saying? I don't know. But my supervisor commented and was like, "Well, I can think of 17 reasons."
Meaning all your kids.
Yeah, all my kids, and I'm like, well, you're not wrong. Because at first I
Yeah.
just read it and I'm like, 17 reasons? Dang, Amy, like that's savage. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Uh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you guys are winding down and then I'm just starting because I this
Yeah.
past week I started at my job finally. God, it's
How's
I've been
it
talking about it for weeks.
going?
Oh my gosh. I so it's a cast of 6 women,
Oh, that's not
gorgeous
bad.
girls. Yeah, it's a super easy show for anyone interested. It's a musical called Disenchanted. Come see it in January. And so it's a cast of 6, but between them they play 10 characters.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that difficult of a show. It's mostly modern dress with like Disney princess
Themes.
twists to them
Yeah.
and things like that. I'm super excited for it, but I had fittings on Thursday and Friday for like all of them.
Nice.
Like, and so I was like, that'll never happen again in
Yeah.
any sort of costuming career. So, yeah, just it was a good, easy first week. And now that I have notes to do and things, I can start actually working on things tomorrow. So,
So do they
but
provide housing or do you have like a place in Midland now?
so this lovely couple who live literally right next to the theater and the Dow Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I walk through a fence. I walk through a gate and a fence, and then I'm in the parking lot. Like it's literally less than 5 minutes.
Wow.
Um, they are directors for the center's youth productions,
Mm-hmm.
and they have been for like 15 years. And I'm in like this nice basement setup with like my own bathroom and like I'm sitting on the bed in my little this
Oh, yeah.
den.
I don't know
Yeah,
why I didn't like make the connection that you were
that I was there.
not at home.
Yeah. Well, I could be at Jeremy's, which sometimes I might because he's only like a 7-minute drive away.
That's so
Um,
nice.
yeah, it was really, I spent the weekend there and it was just really nice to hang out with
Oh.
him. But oh, okay, well, he's, um, he's gonna be busy because he's finishing up, finals are gonna be for him in a little bit. So, uh, we were like, well, let's take advantage of the weekend we both have free and just hang out. So we did that. But everyone at the center is super nice. Um, they were very welcoming and
That's
helped me
so
a lot to
great.
settle. Yeah, it's really nice to have a positive experience
Yeah, for
after my
once,
summer.
right?
Yeah, after my summer of
Just
poor management.
absolute shit show.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Uh, take a drink every time I mention Ohio, like because I feel like I talk about it a lot. But yeah, I don't know. We kind of didn't have a topic for this week, so we're probably just gonna keep shooting the shit for an hour.
Yeah,
But
I
did you
know that like last week or whatever, I wanted to do like a post grad check-in
Oh
because
yeah.
it's literally almost a year.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I cannot believe that at all. It's
Mhm.
so crazy, and a lot more student teaching stuff has been popping up on my time hop or whatever on Facebook.
Oh
And
yeah.
so that's just crazy. And then I'm still friends with um one of my co-teachers, and so we talk about it. We've been talking about it a lot. And yeah, because her life is in a much different place than she thought it would be. So that's
Oh,
kind of
after you.
what got me thinking. I'm like, I did not think that my life would be where it is right now, but like that's good and bad. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
For sure.
So it's just crazy, man. What a
Yeah.
whirlwind of a year.
Mhm. I think we both kind of encompass the two ways that post grad life could be. Like, you immediately got a job in your field, and I, although currently I'm working in my field of costume and theater, it's hard to get permanent positions
Right,
in that field. And so maybe that's just because of what we both chose to do with our lives. But
possibly.
I lived back home for
Mhm.
most of 2017, I would say. Yeah,
Mhm.
3 months at home, and then I went to Ohio for 3 months, and then I came back for about two. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
it's different. Yeah, I wasn't in a basement for
Mhm.
a while. No, I was in the basement for a while, so I wasn't living in my parents' basement for the second half of the year, but um, just to fulfill that stereotype. But yeah, I think a lot of because Bree, my friend
Yes.
Bree, shout out to Bree if you're listening. I don't know if
Hi,
she listens,
Bree. I miss
but
you.
I know we should go and visit because
We should.
she
How
had
is she
a
doing? I know you're about to tell me what.
she's doing okay, but she lost her job at Quicken Loans,
Right.
and that was pretty good, you know, pay and
Mhm.
kind of
'Cause
full
I
time, and she was
remember
living.
last year she was like really excited around Christmas time 'cause it was the
Mm-hmm.
first time that she had a job where she could like give gifts.
Gifts, yeah, and they cut her, and they kind of dropped a whole bunch of
That
people,
is
and she
so
was included
shitty.
in that. Oh yeah, that was the shadiest thing I think I would ever have heard in my
Does
entire life.
Shelby
And
still work? Does like Shelby and Katrina and everyone else
I
still
have
work for
no
them?
idea. I think Shelby doesn't, because she just,
She's
I
doing her
believe,
own
had another
thing and
baby.
she's just like
Yeah,
a
and she's,
fierce freaking lady.
I know, she's a great person. She's kind of writing with her husband now,
Yeah.
and I believe they had another kid.
Yes, they did.
Oh God, I can't believe that.
He's
Um,
adorable.
he is, yeah. I remember her and Leslie telling me that Shelby was pregnant the first time. Um, because they were both my theater moms, and I remember they pulled me aside at one of the Mask and Hammers. It was the first one I ever went to, and they were like, "You're gonna be a sister," and I was like, "I don't know what this means." They're like, "Shelby's pregnant," and I was like, "Oh right, so I'm not really a sister. I get what you mean, because you're both my moms, but
Me
she's
and Josh
she's
want
really a
to
mom."
announce when I get pregnant. I'm not pregnant,
Oh,
but
good.
we
No, that's not
because
what I
we
meant.
go shopping all the time, and so we
Mm-hmm.
want to like take pictures. You know how at the mall and stuff they have the spots for expectant like mothers like close to the front.
Oh,
We want to take
yeah.
pictures by that. That's my story.
Oh, I don't even know. Babies are on like the last thing on my mind right now. So, post grad life, I am not thinking about children. You, on the other hand, are
Yeah,
about to get
I'm
married.
like,
Well, you're going to get married next year,
yeah,
hopefully. Did you
hopefully.
guys postpone
We'll
it again?
see. No, we haven't. Not yet.
Oh, you did. Okay.
We haven't postponed it
So,
again yet.
okay, postponed it again yet. Well, that's good. I mean, that'll give me time to plan where I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in the world so I can come back to you.
So you can marry us.
Yeah, that's still the plan. I'm gonna marry you too.
No, I
I found
really
that's
want you to, okay? Because because I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother right now, and Barney married Marshall and Lily, and me and
oh
Josh are
yeah.
Marshall and Lily, and
It's so
every
I'm
time
Barney.
I feel like that just happens on a lot of shows where like it's just close friends and then the friends marry each other, and I am just like, I want that so bad. So
I will if you are
please
100%
marry me.
serious. I'll of course I'll marry you.
Oh,
But wait, is that what
Freudian
you said?
slip. Sorry.
Oh, um yes. One, yes, of course I'll marry you. Two, if you're serious about me marrying the both of you, I will find out how I need to do that through the government that I don't really like right now, but
Well,
I will make it happen so I can
stick it
legally
to
do
the
that.
man by marrying your best friend. So,
Stick it to Josh because I'm just gonna be like, we're gathered here today to Josh, what are you still doing here?
for the
You
to
gotta go.
unite Becca and Caitlin, ayo. Josh
And
is
then
like,
like
wait,
confetti
what?
drops and the air horn just goes brr, 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 and like I get sunglasses and then I push Josh out of the way. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Josh and Jeremy are like, what the fuck?
But also he'll be like, all right. I mean,
Yeah,
who didn't see that one coming?
right, yeah. If I don't, so okay, so here's an alternative. I like you think it's me, but then I like somehow get a body double and like they Mission Impossible pull my face off, and then I'm in the back of the
I have
church.
no clue what you're talking about because
A
I've
Mission
never seen
Impossible.
Mission
Okay, in Mission Impossible.
We need to do like a podcast like that. Like, okay, like Jenna and Julian's podcast, they do celebrity trivia with Julian because he doesn't know like any trivia and he can't tell like certain actresses apart at
I've seen that
all.
clip, yeah.
And yeah. So we need
Speaking
to do
of
that because it would be funny.
with you in movies
Yeah.
and TV shows, I could
In
do that
yeah, in actors and stuff because
for
I kind
sure.
of do the same thing.
Oh
But
yeah,
on
you
the
could quiz me on books and I would not know a single fucking thing. Still working on the one book, but I did
yes, you
bring
need
Sorcerer's
to.
Stone so I can read it
Okay,
with you while I'm
okay.
here.
Let me know
Yes, I
when
will. I
you're ready,
promise.
'cause I
I,
will drop what I'm doing and pick up Harry Potter anytime.
right.
So
Speaking of books, congrats on 600
yeah, dude.
subscribers.
I don't know what the heck is happening. Thank you. But I don't know what is happening. I'm at like 635 right now. I keep
Yo,
gaining
that's
like
neat.
three-ish subscribers a day. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I was telling Josh today, I'm like, I know YouTube is going through like a lot with their algorithm, and I hope that it's not like all of the residual like pedophile accounts that I just stumbling
Oh
upon.
God.
And then I told him, I'm like, I'm not even doing anything juicy on there, so I mean, sucks to be them if they're the ones stumbling across my account, but
Jeez.
I don't know.
Well, well, hopefully they are legit fans of you and not bots and not anything horrible.
It's
But
probably a
yeah,
bot, but that's okay because
the number's a
my
number, you know.
number is
Are you
going up.
are you monetizing your videos?
I do kind of on and off. I'm using new music right now,
Oh, okay.
and it's like it says it's copyright free, but I am too lazy to look up how to cite it correctly, like in my description or whatever, if I even need to. So we'll
Mm,
see, 'cause I did a video today of me organizing my bookshelves and I just used that song like looped in
mm-hmm.
the background. So, I'll check it like in a couple days and see if I didn't monetize it, but it should it usually like comes up still and tells me. whether like the audio is flagged or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time if they ask for credit, you just kind of put, song
Yeah, I'm
credit to
putting
da da
that
da
in
2017.
in the description.
Mhm.
So hopefully that's enough. I don't know. But I do it on and off because like I'm still kind of a smaller um YouTuber. Obviously I'm a small YouTuber. But um so I know that like for some people, like if I'm watching someone and they have like 200 subscribers and their videos are like ad after ad after ad,
Mhm.
I'm like, girl, why? But
Right.
so I don't want to deter people from my videos, so it kind of depends. But like my Black Friday book haul has over 1,000 views on it, and I'm like, fuck, I should have monetized that. But yeah, I mean, on average, my typical videos, if I'm not doing like a book haul or something, they get maybe 50 to 60 views, which is like, what the hell? But whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's always the I have you have so many subscribers and then so many views that is like
Yeah,
a significant amount less than what you think people are watching. Yeah,
yeah,
it's always a weird thing. It was always because sometimes I would hit if I was fast on doing my K-pop reviews like right after the music video came out, like if I was fast about it,
yeah.
I saw that I would like pop up faster in the
Mhm.
searches because of relevancy. But if I waited like a week or two and still wanted to talk about it, I noticed that I would get less views when I did those K-pop
Yeah,
reviews.
totally.
Yeah.
'Cause
Speaking of K-pop, can I just No,
oh
wait, sorry,
yeah.
keep going.
Oh
No,
no.
keep going.
I
Or
will, well,
what?
I was just gonna say like I wanted to do videos about Wonder because
Mm.
I read the book
Mhm.
and saw the movie and that is like the movie's like hella long. Like it was like 2 hours
Yeah.
and it is one of the best, like most accurate book to movie adaptations that I've ever seen. And I
And
was
you were
like,
doing
this is so rad. And I was
Yeah.
so jazzed about it that I was gonna do a video, but I feel like I waited too long now, so I probably won't. And then there's this other movie that's gonna be coming out. What's it called? The movie is called Love, Simon, but the book is called Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda. And yeah, it's really good. It's about this teenage boy named Simon, and he's in the closet.
Mhm.
He's gay, but no one knows that he's gay except for like one of his friends maybe, or maybe not even his friends. But he has this like online boyfriend that he
Mm.
doesn't know the identity of. He knows that they go to the same school, but he doesn't know who he is or his like
Ah,
actual name.
that's a
But
Cinderella story.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
I just mentioned a movie you don't know. Never mind. Keep going.
You can always tell because I'm just like, all right, I don't, that means nothing to me, but thanks.
Okay, keep going.
But it's just really good, and it's basically about him like getting the courage to come out. And so
Aw,
like that movie is coming out, and I'm like, this is so good because it's
yeah.
a movie about coming out.
Mhm.
Like that is so rad. What a time to be alive.
Well, that's debatable, but
Well,
yeah,
you know.
it's no, that's really cool. The coming out stories um are super important to LGBT youth
Mhm.
especially, and that's why like everyone was up in arms when all these LGBT YouTubers their coming out
Yeah,
stories and
dude.
all their sex education videos and all those things were getting demonetized and taken down because it's like
I
sometimes
think
in some parts of the
Chase's still
country,
are. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think that Chase's videos still are getting like flagged every once in a while, and it's like
Mhm.
it's so crazy
Yeah.
because
Adpocalypse.
it's not like anything dirty. They're just talking like they have to talk about anatomy to be able to educate, especially
Exactly.
on trans issues. Like when you're
Mhm.
talking about stand to pee devices, they're gonna look like dicks because that's
Mhm.
the anatomy that these people want to have.
Right.
Or yeah, you know.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
know what you mean. But yeah, no, I'll have to check out the book slash movie, and I'll probably go to the movie first, 'cause time. But that sounds really cool. Disney, that's what I was thinking of. Disney had their first openly gay character in one of their youth shows.
What?
Like the star is like the main character is this young gay boy in like one of their newest live action TV shows. Yeah, something
That is
Andy.
so cool.
Yeah, everyone was real happy about that. Like, I think in the first episode, like, he came out to his best friend.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
God.
saw a
Oh,
clip of
I'm
it.
gonna cry. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
I know, I don't have
Peter
TV.
did a, sorry, I keep talking over you. I'm getting
No,
like
it's
too
fine.
excited.
No,
Um,
get excited. It's great.
Peter did a video on like needing more LGBTQA plus. There we go. It's a long
Yep.
acronym. I want to make sure I have all the letters.
Yeah.
Um, books and why they're important. And obviously, he talked about Simon and everything. But
Mhm.
then I commented because I am like, I see myself as so blessed that, like, you know, uh, I'm with Josh and everything. And at first, like, he thinks it's strange that I watch, like, all of these queer YouTubers and stuff like that, and I'm into all these books. But now, like if we're browsing books at Barnes and Noble, he's like, "Oh my God, Becca, you have to get this book. It has an asexual main character. Like, oh my God, you have to get this book. It's a gender fluid young adult fantasy. Like, what?"
Mhm.
And so I just feel so blessed that like he's supportive of the kind of content that I enjoy taking in.
Mhm.
And so I was commenting that on Peter's video, and then someone told me that there is a book that they were told about. I forget the title. I think it's called, oh, I don't know. I'll have to let you know so that you can link it or something.
Mhm.
With a gay main character, and it's a middle grade book. So
Mm.
that's like children's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I have to have it. So
Yeah.
that's next on my list to get because that is like, that is so cool. So anything that I see of like the youth, I'm like, yes, I need it immediately.
Oh yeah. I mean that one that's kind of your closer to your age group. I know you work with younger kids, but like that I don't know. It's just it makes me really happy to see that because when we were born,
Hmm.
in the 90s, you wouldn't have seen that
No,
at all.
there's nothing. And even
Yeah.
shows like I was telling you that like I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother, and that was just in like
Mhm.
the 2000s, and the amount of like trans jokes
Yeah.
in that show is disgusting, honestly.
Mhm.
And that is just like 10 years ago. And so just like watching shows like that where it's like it's different than the humor in The Office, which is like meant to be crude and like disgusting, but this is
Mhm.
like canned laughter, and their always worst case scenario is the girl revealing that like she has a penis or she used to be a guy or something
Yeah.
like that, and it's like, well, who cares? Like, why is that the your worst fear
Mhm.
in going into dating? So it's crazy how far that we're coming. Yay.
Yay.
Anyway.
Anyway, um I wanted to ask cuz I've been obviously paying attention if you've heard about BTS at the AMAs and like BTS going on Ellen DeGeneres and like
What?
night shows. Yeah, they were on Ellen
Oh my god.
and like James Corden, and they were on Jimmy Kimmel
Oh
when
my
they were in
god.
America. Because they performed at the AMAs, the American Music Awards. They performed.
Oh my God, maybe that, okay. 'Cause you know that, like, you've seen me, uh, comment back, I don't know, tweet lingo to one of my,
Reply.
yeah, sure, people, one of my booktube people that is
Mm-hmm.
also into K-pop. And so I'll see like her tweeting, but like she watches all of the like Korean award shows and stuff. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
she's like tweeting about it, I always just assume that it's something like that. And like I'm not big into music or anything like that either. So am now remembering her tweeting about it and then just being like, oh, it's another K-pop thing. I'm sure Caitlin already knows, but that's a big thing.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
huge.
God.
I know I need to watch the full episodes because uh they played like, well, for Jimmy Kimmel, they weren't on the actual show, but they did a free concert, like a, to
Oh,
film for fans in yeah, they were in LA for that. And then James Corden, they did a full show, and then Ellen, they did a full show. And so it just was like, it's just so amazing. Like, I don't know. I'm just so proud. And
yeah.
speaking of Korean shows, they won a whole bunch of awards these past 2 nights because the Korean award shows just happened, and so they
Mm-hmm.
performed and won awards. And I was just like, I just
Oh
I
my
like it so much.
gosh, our
It's something that I don't think
boys.
I'll. I always feel like, oh, one day I'm gonna grow out of this, but I don't know if I will.
I don't think you will. I
I
mean,
don't
I
think I
have
will.
friends who they go on the what is it? New Kids on the Block cruise every
Okay,
year.
that's pretty
And
fun.
like yeah, and like stuff like that. Like they go to all of the New Kids on the Block shows and like just
Hmm.
everything. So yeah, you're good, fam.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Don't ever change.
Also, also because I was watching a children's show before I was Skyping with you, but it was Steven Universe. So it's like,
Ah, I need to watch that.
oh, do you have Hulu? Do
Yeah,
you
I
guys do
do.
Hulu?
Is it on
The
Hulu?
first the first 3 seasons are on Hulu.
Okay,
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's such an easy, I don't want to say an easy watch, but it's so quick because they're like in 20-minute segments that you
Yeah,
could watch 20 minutes of it and then walk away and come back. Like they're not
awesome.
hour-long episodes because they're for kids.
Yeah.
So, but like that's such a that's such a good story. And the album, I got the album on Apple Music.
Mhm.
Sponsor us, Apple Music, please. But it could honestly be a musical because the way that the songs work is exactly how songs and musicals work, because
Oh.
whenever, well, they always say the convention is whenever a character in a play has too much emotion, they
Mhm.
start singing, and that's exactly the convention that happens in the show. And I'm like, oh, God, this could, like, it would have to be very shortened and like condensed, but I could definitely see like a stage adaptation of it. And I'm like, I really want that to be a thing. But
That is so awesome.
yeah, no, the music's great, and I've been listening to it a lot. But the show is just equally great. And one of my I'm 90% sure that one of my favorite drag queens is now going to be a voice in the new season. And so, because she's a huge fan of it,
Oh
and
my
then the fans were
God.
like, "You need to get Jinx Monsoon to be a character," and I'm pretty sure she is.
Oh,
Um, and so I'm just like,
that
yes,
is
so
so
good.
cool.
It's so fun. It's just a fun show.
Yeah, I want to
Um,
watch that and Gravity Falls. I really want to watch
yeah, that's
Gravity
on my list
Falls.
too. I
Yeah.
think you would like Over the Garden Wall.
Oh.
I've seen a little bit of it, and it's a fantasy show, but that was like a mini series, I believe.
Mhm.
And so I need to watch the full thing, but that's also on Hulu. And so Hulu has a decent amount of Cartoon Network
Yeah.
shows and
Yep.
old Cartoon Network shows. They
Yeah.
have like Dexter's Lab on there and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and Courage the Cowardly Dog, I think they have on
They
there,
have a
and the old
lot of like
Powerpuff Girls.
shows from the 90s and
Mm-hmm.
stuff on there. Because Boy
I
Meets
started
World,
watching.
they've got everything.
Oh, do they? They have
Mhm.
Boy Meets World on there. I
Yeah.
started watching.
I
Oh,
think we've talked about
we
that.
must have talked about
Yeah.
that because we talked about how I've never seen it all the way through, but I do like
Oh
that
my
show.
God, girl. You need to, 'cause I was watching it with Josh and then we kind of stopped. Um, they're like in college now or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
and we kind of stopped watching it, but
Oh, what did I just see the other day? Oh, did you ever watch Totally Spies?
on and off. But
Oh, there's a movie. There's gonna be a
oh,
movie of
there
it.
is.
Yeah, I
That is
saw
so
that
cool.
yesterday. They have full episodes of that on YouTube.
Oh, do they?
Like the official Totally Spies YouTube has been uploading
The
episodes.
official Totally Spies YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like it's the company doing it. It's not like some illegal person saying that
That's
they are. It's like
awesome.
but like I think the feature film is going to be on YouTube, but I got really excited about that cuz I loved Totally Spies as a kid. It was the perfect amount of girly, but also we kick ass.
Yeah.
I'll say my catchphrase right now. Feminism. So, cuz feminism. Isn't that what I do? I say
Yeah.
that I think every episode.
Yep. We always end up talking about feminism because we're two badass ladies.
We're too liberal for our own good. What? I'm just kidding.
So we've talked
Um
about
God, we talked about a lot.
movies, we've talked about books, we've talked about music. So
What
have
other
I'm
trivia
moving on
pursuit?
to video games now. Please
Oh
tell
yeah.
me that you have looked into Doki Doki Literature Club.
I have and it's on my list to play. Have you
Have
been
you
playing it?
watched like any playthroughs
I
of it?
have not watched the Game Grumps
Oh
play it
my
yet.
God,
But is
fam.
it funny?
No. Well, I mean, they are very funny. So
Yeah,
I
but the
don't know
game
like
isn't.
how they, because of like how funny they are, and I just have a feeling, as is with most games, that Aaron knows more than he's letting on about this
Oh, I
game. You know
see.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was watching Game Theorist did like a video about it or something,
Mhm.
and like it gets dark, dude, because it's like a parody of dating sims.
Oh, you
But
mean like
like
a real parody?
like it gets messed up.
Does
Like
it?
yeah, like hella. And it gets like super meta where you have to like edit the game code and
Oh
stuff too.
no.
Yeah, like it is so crazy. So
Oh.
then I'm like, all right. So and they started playing it, and the Grump started playing it, and I'm like, yes. So then I'm like, all right, I need to know though. Like I need to watch more than they are playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was watching Jacksepticeye. His is like pretty, I don't know, mild, I guess. Like then I started watching Matt, Pat, and Stephanie play it on GT Live, and they were getting like in Honey Pop when you would get pictures and like stuff like that. Like they were getting like pictures, not pictures like that, but just like pictures that pertain to it, and like they were having stuff happen that like Jacksepticeye was not having happen, but
Oh,
I'm like,
so
I don't understand what he is doing differently to make it so. I don't know. I was getting like real confused, and then I feel like they were editing out like stuff from the GT Live videos, but like, dude, so I was watching them because theirs seemed like they were progressing like way more
mhm.
quickly, and then I realized that Jacksepticeye has not finished his playthrough, but like, dude, you
All right, so I need
need
to go play it is what you're
to
saying.
bump it to the top, like the highest priority of video
Okay.
games. Like,
All right.
I
I'll
am
let
very,
them.
very, very close to like getting it for myself because,
Isn't it free?
oh, is it free?
I thought it was, but maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, I'll have to, I
But
haven't
Christmas
looked.
but the Christmas sales should be happening on Steam pretty
Oh,
soon,
I
if not
haven't looked.
already.
But like, I don't want to give anything away
Yeah,
because
no,
I
don't
already
tell no,
know
don't tell
that.
me.
But basically, like, it is very adult. And I know that, like, other dating sims that we played are, like, very adult, but they have disclaimers
Yeah.
that, like, in it that is, like, but not for the things that you would think. Like,
Oh,
it's just,
so
so
not
if
sexy
you
times,
find
murder times? Is that what you're telling me? Do all the girls
no,
die?
no. It
Oh,
is
great.
like if you suffer from anxiety or depression or are triggered by self-harm and like mental
Oh my
illness,
God. Oh
then
man.
be wary
Oh
of
God.
this game. And it is like, I don't know, it is so weird. Like, I'll have to look and see if Matt and Stephanie edited their videos at all because they were getting like vastly different things happening than
Oh yeah.
Jack is getting, and I don't understand why because for like a large chunk of it, you don't get any choices. Like you're just getting like the background and
Mhm.
stuff. So I'm like, I don't understand how it just veered off so suddenly around the same point. So I don't know. It's very weird. But
Yeah, that is kind of curious because if the point is to start to be that kind of meta game and to be that, to have that twist, then
mhm.
everyone should be experiencing that. But I was watching some horror games where it was one indie game that I was watching, what's his name? John Wolfe. If you like watching horror games, he does a really good job at playing and reviewing horror games. But it
Okay.
was this indie game called Lavender, and it was basically a Rapunzel game. But the first time he played through it, he didn't experience any of the horror aspect of the
Oh,
game. Like you can play, like the point was like you could play that game and not experience any of the horror, but you really had to find it. Like it was
weird.
more hidden. So I'm wondering if it's kind of like that. Like I don't know what Jack and versus Mad Pat is,
Maybe I'll have to
doing.
like go back because like I was like actually watching
Mhm.
Jax because I'm so curious about this freaking game and I need more than 12-minute.
Segments. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but oh my gosh, Danny and Aaron are so funny with this, and that's like part of it where I'm like, I know how dark it can possibly get, and I hope that they like play it all the way through, but also I wonder if Aaron was making some of the choices for the like voices of the characters with like
That in
previous
mind.
knowledge in mind.
I
Because
feel it's always a toss up if Aaron knows a game or not, because, like, he may not know, and then
Because
that'll
they
be
were getting
surprising.
it like requested a lot, but like he pulled it up and he was I think he's very much like, okay, Dan, this is what we're doing. We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and it's been highly requested, like da 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 da. And then Danny was like, oh, so it's just like a dating sim, and Aaron's like, yeah, you're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great. And I'm like,
Okay, well,
oh
if he
my
says it
God.
like that, then he
Yeah,
probably
then I
knows.
think he knows. He might not
He
know
definitely
like
knows.
everything because I feel like it's still a newish
Mhm.
game, but like it's super meta. And at least in the playthrough on GT Live, like typically, I know in Honey Pop, like the girls were like really bitchy to like the main character, and I feel like typically in dating sims, and maybe I'm wrong because I haven't played that many, like
Mhm.
you as the main character are typically a little more not laid back, but like reserved. There we go. And
Mhm.
you're like trying to get these ladies, but at least in the GT Live one, like their main character is extremely condescending,
Mm.
like to the girls. And I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
that is so weird because like I'm not used to that, and so that just makes it not
Yeah,
fun
especially if
too.
it's a
But
parody,
yeah, it's
like
so
like
crazy.
a twist on it. So
Mhm.
yeah, okay, fine. Now we've talked about it for like a long time. I think you've convinced me that I should probably pick it up
You need to.
because that was going to be one of my like to make YouTube series of drunk dating sims
Oh my
playing
God.
playthroughs. But now if it's getting a little messed up like you're saying it
Yeah,
is,
you
maybe
might
I
not
won't
want
play
to
that one through.
because like Matt and Stephanie, I can tell I don't really watch a lot of GT Live, but I'm like, well, if they played it, then I need to just watch them do it because
Mhm.
they're gonna get through it. But I know they try to make things like really fun and stuff, and it like 'cause they didn't know going into the game. They thought that it was just gonna be like whatever, even though it's tagged on Steam as like horror. Like it's under
Huh.
that tag
I
too
never noticed. I
and
didn't
stuff
notice that
like
when I
that.
looked at
Yeah,
it.
at least that's what Jack said. But anyway, so there's like a lot of ellipses and stuff like that. And so Matt and Stephanie, they decided that like every time that happens, it's because the girls are like really overwhelmed with their emotions, so they're just gonna like make vomit noises like everywhere. So it's like, I'm so overwhelmed. But then like the game started getting really dark and they're like, we're really sorry, but we decided to do this in the beginning and we're gonna see it through. And we're really not trying to make light of the situations at all, like I promise you. And I'm like, oh my God. So,
Jesus.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. I'll have to check it out because I love dating. I love dating sims in general. And playing through them.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of really good ones out there. And then there are
Hmm.
also a lot of really bad ones, which would be more fun to play drunk.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
Playing some indie ones, but maybe I'll do a more serious one if I decide to play through.
Yeah,
But
dude, you need to play it because like I keep
yeah.
thinking, oh my God, I can't wait to podcast. I need to ask Caitlin if she's seen anything on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah, no, I definitely that's in my next to watch for the Grumps because they have a few episodes out now. I wait a little bit to like
Yeah.
5 episodes are out and then I start watching, so
Hmm.
now they have a few. But yeah, I need to the computer that I was playing games on belonged to Jeremy, so now it's
Hmm.
back at Jeremy's house. But it's hooked up to his TV as like a TV device now so
Yeah,
he can watch YouTube. And so
totally.
if I wanted to play it, I would like be playing on like his big new 40, 50-inch TV that he
Right.
got. And I'm like, oh. Um, did I tell you he came with us to? We're switching conversation now.
No, that's fine.
Thanksgiving, because we haven't talked, I think, since before Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Did you have a good holiday?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I got to
good.
see
Did
my
you?
family, so that was really
Yeah,
nice.
because you're right there. Did you spend it at your grandma's or
Um,
grandparents?
on Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we went to my grandma's and had dinner after I got
Mm-hmm.
out of work. And then Thursday, we actually went over to one of my cousin's houses because they decided they wanted to have it.
That's
Because it's
awesome.
typically at my Aunt Denise's, so her son Danny and his wife Mindy decided that they wanted to have it because they have a fairly new house. Not really that
Oh,
new.
excuse me.
We just haven't gotten a chance to go there and it's beautiful. So that was like kind of nice because typically we have like those types of holidays at my aunt's house. Just that's
Mm-hmm.
just what we do. So I know that she really appreciated it because she didn't have to do anything. And
Yeah, seriously.
then that Saturday we went over to my cousin Stephanie's house because my other aunt Michelle, I'm getting into a lot of family members. I saw a lot of my family basically. My aunt Michelle
Good.
is a Thanksgiving baby. So Thanksgiving we just celebrate like her birthday for the
Mm.
entire week basically. And then Saturday, so she decided she wanted to have a get together at Stephanie's house for her birthday. She just threw her own birthday party at someone else's house, but it's fine. So we went and hung out there for a little bit. It's just nice being able to go to things. I feel much more included in my family now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's really nice. Being close to your family. That's honestly why I don't want to move like across the country,
Yeah,
just so
dude.
that way I could be close to my family because I do like hanging out with them. And that's
Mhm.
like it's always hit or miss with families at family events. I feel
Yeah.
like some people are like, "Ugh, I don't
Mine,
want
I
to
mean, mine's the
hang
same
out."
way, 'cause like I basically had uh, I had 5 days with no kids, but I had a four
Mm-hmm.
day weekend. But by Saturday, I was kind of like, all right, I'm ready to go back to work. But then on Sunday, I'm like, I never want to go back to work. So
Yeah.
that changed fast. But then over Christmas, I'm going to my dad's for the first time over
Oh, okay.
Christmas. I've never
So you're
been
going
to
down south.
Florida over Christmas, and we're going camping. So that
Of
is
course you are.
like,
Of course you are.
yes, of course we are. Because what else are you gonna do on Christmas Eve except go camping? That
On
is,
Christmas Eve you're going camping? Okay,
yeah,
that's
dude.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we're
So
coming.
in
Well, we're
Florida?
coming back on Christmas Eve, but we will
Okay.
be there. Yeah, that the weekend before Christmas, which is pretty awesome.
That's really fun. So you
Yeah,
and Josh are going to that, obviously.
Josh is not. It's just gonna be me,
Oh,
'cause
he's working.
he was taking that vacation right when he switched to the store that his new store that he's at right now,
Hmm.
and someone had already asked for that like week off or whatever. So he actually
Oh.
just took his vacation from that Tuesday before Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
until this past Thursday. So he was
Oh,
off for
okay.
like a week. So
Well,
he's
it's
a
still
lucky
nice he was able to
ducky.
get vacation
Oh yeah.
around a holiday, but it just
Mhm.
is disappointing that he can't go camping with you guys. But
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be something I want to do with you guys. I'll have to go camping with you because I've
Yes,
never
you
been
do.
like hardcore camping ever.
Well, we
So
don't, I mean, we're not like out in the middle of the woods or anything. It was
there are no
hard for,
bobcats around or
it
anything.
was hard for Myra to wrap her head around too, because she like
Mm,
legit, because when you think camping, like all you see on like TV is like out in the middle of the freaking woods off the side of
yeah.
a cliff. Like, I mean, that's all you see, and I have been that type of camping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's like really roughing it. Like we do not, it's not
Okay.
that
Well.
bad. You should come with us in August when we
Okay.
go. Yeah, 'cause that's
All
like when
right.
all my family goes, and yeah, you need to come then 'cause we get
All
like
right.
trashed every day.
Nice.
And I
All
will
right.
drink
Perfect.
if you are there. I will
Oh yeah,
drink, yeah.
absolutely.
hmm
I remember the one. I think I still have Skype conversations.
Oh yeah,
No, it wasn't Skype. They
from
were
like
text
2 years
conversations.
ago or something.
Yeah, but you were like sending me pictures of all the mimosas that you had at your camping trip for breakfast, and like I was sending you like some Tinder conversations, I believe, and then just the funniest stuff that you were saying to me. I was like, I have to remember this forever. So expect that to be like a wedding or Christmas gift eventually is going to be
Oh
like a little
yeah.
booklet of all of the funny shit that we send each other.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
crazy.
you have to like obviously include. I don't know, maybe you don't have the picture, but Gabby, I don't even know if Gabby still has the picture. But I remember when I tripped and fell into my bathtub when I was drunk, and Josh took a picture of me laying inside the bathtub because I tripped and fell, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Somehow I need to print out like screenshots of the video of you piercing Wyatt's ear with a banana on Christmas on New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
Oh, the stuff that we got into. It was so crazy. I saw, oh, we stayed over with Wyatt and Bradley at
Oh.
their new place in Lansing. Oh, their kittens are so cute.
Oh.
They have two new
I
kittens.
miss everybody so much. That is
I
like
know I do too.
I really like being close to my family, but I feel very far from any friends. Like I
Yeah,
never see anybody, so that's really hard because I miss everyone a lot.
I know I do too. It I haven't seen Wyatt since, and I haven't talked to Gabby, but she's always busy. I mean, she's doing great. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. The work she's doing is awesome. Shout out to Gabby if you're listening. But I feel like the only people who would be listening are like my mom, Gabby. No, actually I lied. My mom doesn't listen, but so we get like, but we only get like 5 views on YouTube, and so I'm like, I feel like that's me. All 5 views are me listening to it. Maybe one of them's you. So hi everyone. um, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, no, I feel the same exact way. Back to the main point of the topic, which was not really a topic. Post grad life. Yeah, I don't miss school, but I miss all my friends.
Yeah.
I miss like going and hanging out at people's apartments, and I don't I don't want to say I miss drinking,
I
but
the
I
only
kind of
thing I
do.
miss about the parties is like seeing people. Like I
Yeah,
miss the
that's mostly
parties
what I
because that was like maybe really the only actual social interaction that I got in a month
yeah.
type thing. Like I would see
Yeah.
you and stuff, but like the only time and I'd see people in the green room and stuff like that, but like the only actual like social interaction that I had was going to parties. I kept to myself a lot, but
Yeah, and I mostly hung out with you and the coven, and uh now I hang out with Jeremy, which he's okay, but I mean
Yeah, I mean,
he's
Josh
fine.
is, well,
Yeah, Josh is whatever. No, I miss you guys a lot. I miss living with uh like living at home was really nice, but I miss living with you guys because then we could
Yeah.
just like sit and do whatever all day and just not whatever. We were in school, so we were doing things, but
But I was saying to Skyla, I'm like, or maybe I was saying it to my TA because she also went to CMU. So we could share like some stories, but she had a different degree um than I got. But I was saying to one of them, like, I never thought, like, when I graduated, I never thought that I would want to, or like be wishing to be back in school. But I think that it's just because, like, I don't necessarily wish that I was back in school, but like, adulting is hard.
yeah.
And I had way less to worry about when I was in school. So it's just like that type of thing. But it's like I don't want to go back any further than that. You good, fam?
Yeah, they're just noises. Did I tell you that the house I live in is like haunted? So I'm like, can't tell that's the plumbing or my closet's gonna open and something's gonna jump out. So, um, I get it. Okay, please, Pearl. Her name's Pearl. She's not mean, and they've never seen her, quote unquote. But sometimes she like makes noises. So at least that's what the family says. So the theater also haunted. Uh,
Well, if you have
so
any good stories, make sure to share
well,
because
I was in so if you come and see the show, which hopefully you do,
yeah,
I'll have to
dude.
show you around because it's a pretty cool setup. It's completely different than CMU, so it's nice to
Is
experience
it
different
at
places.
Midland
The
Center for the
Midland.
Arts?
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
what theater? 'Cause aren't there like a couple?
Yeah, there's the big theater with the touring shows and then there's the little theater. And so Center Stage does their shows in the little theater
I
most of the
can't
time.
remember which one I was in. 'Cause I saw Jordy in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
I believe that would have been in the smaller theater.
I
Like
really
the
liked
small.
it.
Yeah, that's the one they perform in. I believe they sometimes perform in the bigger ones, but they just had like Elf the musical on tour come through and they used the big auditorium.
Mhm.
So, um we saw Brain Candy, which is a show called with Adam Savage from Mythbusters
Mm.
and Vsauce, who is like a science YouTube guy,
Yeah.
and they came and did a whole bunch of science stuff, and they did a bunch of explosions with like ping pong balls, and it was really fun. But I actually haven't told my I should text my dad because he loves Mythbusters, and I was like, I saw Adam Savage live. I haven't bragged about it yet, is what I'm saying. But
That's awesome.
it's
'Cause I also
yeah,
love Mythbusters.
it's really cool. They have a new one out.
Oh, do they?
They have a new Mythbusters with like two new guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it was okay. We only watched like there was only like one episode before they started rerunning like old Mythbusters,
Yeah.
but it seemed pretty new. So
Weird.
hopefully that takes off because I really like that. And
Mhm.
then the three uh like the assistant people from the original
Mhm.
Mythbusters, they had their own spin-off
Yeah.
show on
I knew
Netflix or
about
something.
that.
I have to watch that again. I forgot, but I don't know. I just like that kind of stuff because I don't do that for my daily
Yeah.
life. I don't worry about science, and so title of the episode. So
I don't worry about science
I don't
on the
worry about
daily.
um and so it's interesting watching
Post
those
grad
kinds of
life.
shows.
I don't worry about science.
I don't science or math. Are you? I don't bother with math
Well, on
sometimes,
that
but
note,
no, I want to tell you my haunting story and then we'll
yeah,
end the
yeah.
episode. So it wasn't really haunting, but Sarah's the manager there, and so sometimes she'll be like, yeah, sometimes it'll be at night and the motion sensor lights will go
Oh,
off. And they
yeah.
go off, well, they'll go off every like 15 minutes or so. So the desk that I sit at is like right out of reach, so I have to
Mhm.
stand up and like reactivate them.
Yeah.
Um, and she's told me that at night sometimes they'll turn back on by
Yeah.
themselves, and and she'll be like, "Thanks, Alden Dow," because that's who haunts. It's one of the Dow ghosts,
Mhm.
and she's like, "Thanks, Alden, for reactivating it." Um, but I was alone in the shop for most of Friday, and she wasn't there. Sometimes the lights would go out, all of them. Sometimes the lights would go out, except for the area that I was sitting in,
Mhm.
and sometimes some of the lights would turn back on.
Oh.
And so I was like, "Oh, great!" And connected to the costume shop room is the prop area,
Mhm.
and I heard a little bit of knocking on the door,
Oh
and I
my
was like, God,
God.
it's 2 in the afternoon. Like, come on, wait until it's like midnight when I'm here by myself. Like,
Right.
you don't need to scare me at 2 in the afternoon, please. Um, but it's also a really old building, and they were doing work on the stage, which I'm pretty sure is like almost right underneath me. So
Mhm.
I kept telling myself that. I was like, they're doing stage work. They're doing work at the stage.
Oh
But it
yeah.
definitely sounded like knocks on a door. And I was like, oh, great.
Uh.
So now I need to play music in there. If I'm playing music and I'm like not paying attention to it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because they're not mean spirits, at
Right.
least what I like to think. And they're probably not real.
Yeah.
But go back to our conspiracy cast, and we have a huge debate about your eyes just.
Right now I'm the like my intrusive thoughts are saying, you know, maybe the spirits can travel through the video. And I'm like, no, no, it doesn't work that way. I can talk about these things on the podcast and
Oh,
it is
Becca,
fine. As long
it's
as I don't
okay.
look at the camera, everything. So in
Don't take a
case you
screenshot.
ever wondered like what my internal thought process is, about 90% of the time,
It's that.
it's that. It is
Oh,
literally that.
oh, it's okay. They won't get you, I promise.
Well,
Um,
don't make
on that
promises
note,
like that. Anyway.
on that note, thanks for talking to us this week. I can't believe an hour passed. This really was like the catch up episode.
Yeah, it
But
was good
next
though. We
it was
we
good.
hit like just about everything.
Yeah, everything that's happened in the past like what 2 weeks that we haven't been recording,
Yeah,
things
dude.
that have been going on. Uh, we hit upon, and next week we'll come back with an all new topic. If you have any suggestions, tweet at us, please. We're not running out of
Because we're
ideas.
out
We
of
just want your
ideas.
suggest. No, I was just about to say we're not out of ideas. We just want your suggestions. Have any questions for us? Leave them in the comment section below.
Oh
And
my
maybe,
god.
just maybe, we'll answer because we have a lot of fans who listen to this.
I'm
Too
gonna
many comments
comment
to go through.
5 times.
Thanks for listening, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.